Hey folks, EvilDM back again with another episode of Sage Advice. Welcome back YouTube, welcome back subscribers. Hope you're enjoying the series. Last episode we did talk about three-dimensional NPCs. Now we're going to do a talk about monsters and NPCs with brains, or maybe intelligence, or how to play them more with intelligence than just playing them in battle as in, okay, they do this, they do that. And I'm not talking about the little encounter battles of little goblins. So you can apply this to any encounter you want, but it's just going to make things a little bit longer. But this is for the major monsters, the beholders, the dragons, or the major villains, your big bad or something like that. There's a couple ways of handling them, and I'm going to go over them real quick here, and then you can decide which one is your method of preference when doing this. Most DMs are going to fall under one of these things, and some of them may not fall under any of these things and be like, oh, cool, that's a good method, or hey, this is just dumb. But anyway, the first one that most DMs fall under is just generalized running it and controlling the monster based on what you have planned. Sometimes as the DM, you will ease up on the player characters in the game and the players because you have something else planned ahead and you have a little bit of remorse about what can happen and start fudging rolls, or you start letting things go because you have more things planned and you don't want them to get hurt or you don't want to see something bad happen. So you just kind of be like, meh, oh, look at that, you hit him. Oh, look at that, he's dead. Yay. That's one thing that most DMs fall under, is just a default think the monsters and let them be mindless zombies. They don't have any strategy. They just move along, and you don't put much thought into it because you have so much else on your mind about what the future of the campaign is. So, yeah. Then you have the DM assistant, which can be a lot of fun and take a lot of slack off of you, but it's also the most deadly thing in the game. I've been a DM assistant before in many games, and it's a lot of fun as a DM assistant because you don't have to worry about anything but controlling NPCs and monsters in battles. That's it. And while some people may think that is boring, I had a lot of fun doing that because it's the best part of being a DM, is controlling the monsters, not having to worry about every little detail, which I don't mind it. I like worrying about little details, but just being able to just sit back, relax, and play that monster or play that NPC against the party and not have to worry about the future or what's next, just worry about the now. That's it. So a DM assistant is basically a friend or an assistant DM that comes over for the night or for whatever, runs some NPCs or monsters, helps lightens the load for you tactics-wise. It's very dangerous because they don't care. They don't know what plans you have. Maybe the DM will tell you. The DM did tell me what he had planned going forward. He would kind of brief me for the evening. Oh, look, I got this on this map, this on that map. I got this monster here, so I want him to kind of do this and push the players this way. Player characters this way, so let's do that. And yeah, I listened to him because he was my buddy, so I did. But I mean, sometimes I've maybe gone a little too far as a DM assistant because you forget you're in the heat of the moment. You're playing like you're a player character, and you're just trying to kill, maim, and that's what happens if you don't tell them. They're just gonna play it out as in every encounter is kill them. And then there's the let the dice decide the fate. Assign monsters various abilities on a die. Randomly roll. Let the dice decide what happens and what's picked for the monsters or the NPCs attacking. So, for example, a beholder or a dragon has a certain amount of things that they can do. You assign a dice roll to each one of those things, and you just roll it every time it's their turn. Okay, the dragon does. Roll that d6. Cast a spell. That's the spell he cast. Next time. He breathes. There's no thought put into it. You just roll the dice and let it just go as it is, and that's the end of it. I don't know how many DMs actually do that. I've seen some people do that. They call it an automated intelligence or AIs for monsters, which I don't like doing that. I think that's kind of silly, and it takes all the fun of actually playing a monster or an NPC, assigning dice rolls to it. But some people do like that. They think it takes the burden off of them, and to each their own. I can't tell you which method is right or wrong. That's up to you to figure that out yourself. And the last method, this is the method that I usually fall under for most of my NPCs or big bad monsters. And sometimes I do this with a lot of smaller encounters. You have to put your mindset as if you are the monster actually fighting the party. They're not mindless drones. They don't have just things assigned to them, not just numbers on a paper. You think of them like last episode, how I talked about three-dimensional NPCs. They're three-dimensional monsters for you. Get in the mindset. Ask yourself these various questions when you're playing. And you could do this while the players are deciding what their characters are going to do. So you know where you are, and while they're deciding what to do, because most players don't always know right off the bat what they want to do. Granted, a lot of them do, and I'm very happy for that. But some of them will just sit there and go, well, maybe I want to... And that's fine. You can give them a certain amount of time. That's a whole different issue, a whole different video for talking about that. But get into the mindset. Ask yourself these questions when looking at the map. Can he see the characters from his vantage point? Can he get to the characters from his vantage point? If he moves, will he become surrounded and have no way to get out? If he moves, will he be able to still have advantage over the characters? Would a spell or using one of his abilities work better than a standard attack or vice versa? How is his hit points? How is his health? Does he need to heal or keep attacking? Look at the monster. Does it need to attack? Does it need to heal? Does it need to stay still? Whom should I attack first? Now, a lot of DMs forget that last one, whom should I attack first, and they just kind of go, oh, well, fighters are up against in my face, so I'm just going to attack them. Well, what about that magic user or wizard or necromancer at the back of the party or enchanter or whatever at the back of the party that's blasting you with spells? You would think if you were the player playing your character and the monster was doing that to you, you'd be attacking that monster first. Wouldn't you? Yeah, exactly. So these are the couple things that you could do to get into the mindset of the monster itself. This is where I usually fall under, and I like to do this with a lot of encounters, from small little goblin encounters to the large NPCs or the large monster encounters. I like to make the players think when they battle. I don't like to just be mindless. I like to have them wonder what's going on during a game. And, well, if this is a goblin, why is the goblin doing this or that? I like doing a lot of scenarios of sneaking around and setting up and making them wonder what the goblins are actually doing as opposed to actually just doing it. Because that's the fun part of doing it. So there are the 4 methods that have come up for monsters and NPCs with brains. Maybe you as a DM fall under one of those 4. Maybe there's a 5th one. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe just tell me in the comments what you do and how you handle it. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and hit that little bell icon if you already have subscribed so you know when my next video does come out. So I'm going to say goodnight, everybody.